Hello my friends and welcome. My name is Dennis, and here's the recent update about the situation here in Ukraine. I know recently I got the information from the Google AdSense that they will restrict the monetization probably for the videos that are pro-war. So we are not here pro-war, we are against the war, and the idea of this video is just of this kind of videos just to show you the situation that is happening in Ukraine. We are not pro-war, we are against it, against the Russian aggression that is going on in Ukraine. So just want to show you something here on this map. What you can see in this blue, that's basically my country, Ukraine. That's the big Russia here. Here we have Romania, what else, Poland and other neighboring countries. What is interesting for us is Belarus on north and Russia on northeast part. I used to live here, just zoom in, near to Brovary. There is the big airport, Borispol, and that is my home base. I'm the airline pilot and I fly from this airport that we have, the base hub for Ukraine International Airlines, and I'm the captain on Boeing 737 there. So I actually live near to this airport. That is why then the war had started. I had like just a couple of minutes to evacuate myself, because it's very dangerous to be in that place, because we have the main highway that connects Kiev with the eastern part of Ukraine with Kharkiv. Actually, if you go straight away on that Kharkiv, that highway, sorry, if you go Borispol, Mirgorod, you'll arrive to Poltava and Kharkiv eventually. So also we have the Brovary and the road from Brovary to Sumy. The Brovary is also very near to Borispol airport. However, we don't have the airport there, but the bombshells were really close to Brovary area. The blue that you see is the former areas where Russian troops were deployed. So their retreat from all of the Kiev Oblast from now, the retreat from Chernihiv and other stuff. So really they are retreating from the north part of Ukraine, and they are also retreating from the south, but we're gonna speak about it later. So then the war had started. I heard the loud bangs that the missiles hit the military part of the airport, from what I know so far, and my house was really shaking. So that's why I evacuated. So I live somewhere in this kind of region. I will not tell you exact the place where I live. We can see that there are some fights near to Kharkiv. Kharkiv is the former capital of Ukraine. It's a very large city. I think almost 2 million people live there. It's quite big city for Ukraine, but I know that many people evacuated that place. But we see Dergachi. It's the satellite town near to Kharkiv. It's freed from by Ukrainian forces, and we have some offense here in Chuguev. Is freed today, is said. This map is not really precise, but it gives us some basic information from the general sources. So this place was freed like 10 days ago, and this place just today. The Russian forces, they captured, as you see, Izum. That's the strategic place where you can see the crossroad from the major places from Donbass here, and this territory they control for a long time. So what they did, they recognized the sovereign, those so-called sovereign republics over here, and those republics, they have in constitution that they are actually expand on all the territory of Oblast of Donetsk Oblast, including Mariupol here, and including Lugansk over here. So they want to expand until this line going through this direction all the way to near to Mariupol here. So they want to what the Russian forces now going to do? They took Izum, its strategic place. There are some significant fights over there, and they want to offend from this position, from the north to the south, and they want to go from the south to the north, and they want to take all of our army, which is the most professional we have in Ukraine. So we're fighting here with those so-called republics for a very long time. I don't like this offensive, that they break through our defense. So we have a very significant defense line over near to the next, and they were able to break here to Ukraine territory, and they want to capture us here. So here they want to occupy our eastern part of Ukraine. They want to take our army and surrounded. They want them surrounded or even being destroyed in this huge fight. So our army has two choices: continue to fight with them here on the north and on the south, or retreat until Pavlograd, Dnipro and Zaporizhia line. In that case, Russia would easily takes this place. There are vast lands, there are no any hills, mountains, so it's a flat land completely here, so it's very easy to take those. But they will extend their fuel lines and supply lines for ammunitions. In that case, we would probably easily would cut them off and probably will break them down, but of course we'll have to get them this land in order to fight with their supplies. So that's one thing. Another thing is to continue fighting. I don't know how many forces do we have there. We still need to maintain the forces on the north part and near to the Kiev, because we also afraid that some of the forces the Belarusian forces may join the conflict on the Russian side. They probably will go and enter whatever, Volyn Oblast, Rivne Oblast, Zhytomyr Oblast, and Kiev Oblast. So they can enter through all this northern border we have. It's quite a huge border with Ukraine. The problem here also lies with Moldova. It's unrecognized Republic of Moldova that Russia supports it, and they have so-called peacekeepers there, around 2,000 troops. What they wanted before to go and take the Mykolaiv. They want to take Odessa after it, and they want those forces to offend the northwest part of Odessa. They wanted actually to capture the Odessa and cut this part of Ukraine, the border part with Moldova and Romania. Now in Mykolaiv Oblast, we are offending them, and they're retreating. So basically almost all of the Mykolaiv Oblast is now free, down to Kherson, and there are significant fights near to Kherson ongoing. So we are keeping some part of the Russian troops on south, and also Mariupol is devastated place, but still there are some of the troops, Ukrainian troops, that are holding there. With the help of God. I don't know how they hold there, because they're really surrounded, and the Russians, they attacked them using aviation and artillery. I don't know how they really survived there. What good though is that we have today we have this Kremina area freed from Russian occupants, and we really cut this road. If we'll let them to take this road on the eastern part, they would offend even more and capture all of this road to Severodonetsk, and maybe they will go to here on the south more. So very complicated state for Ukrainian army. Really, it's a big problem for us whether to retreat, because if you retreat slowly, you can save all the tanks, BTRs and other stuff, artillery. But if you wait till the final moment, then the Russian forces would attack. You may lose those. Well, you just need to run in that case if they will attempt to capture you here, surrounding the army. So the idea is two choices: to continue to fight there and waiting for the huge blast from Russian forces, or to retreat for this position until Pavlograd, I think, and to wait until their lines, fuel supplies and ammunition supplies would just extend, and to cut them off. By the way, here's my ski. It's my air club, actually. Yeah, here we have the runway. I used to fly Technam there. So during the COVID crisis, I had almost no flights with my airline, so I actually took my car, and almost every weekend I went to Moscow Air Club. It's actually not far away. If we see this map it's not far away from Boryspil airport, really. So 7 hours by car and you're there in Moscow Air Club. Wow. So I'm sure that they will not take Zaporizhia, they will not take those big cities, because you really need to have lots of forces to take those cities. And but there are any cities, no big cities over here between Pavlograd and Kramatorsk, so they really free to go if we will let them go. Just to vast space, that very flat land, and yeah, and they want to use this time because we don't have so far the leaves on the trees. There are not many forests, but we have the forest lines almost everywhere, and those forests can mask you, can provide the shadowing for our forces, so they may have some traps for the Russians to attack them. So yeah, they are not gonna wait probably for the leaves to appear on the trees, or bushes. So they wanted to attack. They want to attack right now. I think in a couple of days we'll see very diverse change, very significant change of this map that we have. The same issue happened to this. Why they took so many land on the south of Ukraine, because really there is nothing. Well, Kherson, Melitopol, Berdyansk, that were the only cities there, and the vast lands. It's not really populated area in Ukraine. The populated areas are mostly here, and here. So those areas here and those areas here, they are not populated. Just wide land and fields, and mostly used for agriculture. Yes, we have lots of villages, many of them, but they do not have those big several storage buildings that may be used as some shelter for the forces, or they will just, you cannot take, you can easily take the village compared to the cities, compared to the big cities. So the army can just go through the village, and they will leave a couple of the men there to take the control of the village, and they will go further and further. So the cities are the hot spots. The cities can reduce this. They don't have blitzkrieg anymore, but the cities can slow down the offensive of Russian army. So we're gonna speak just in general. I speak what I see on this map. I'll put the link in the video description, so you may check this map again. Unfortunately, we have just Ukrainian names here. So I wonder if you can change deep state. No, you cannot change from Cyrillic letters into English, from what I understood. But it's the general information for you about the 7th of April 2022, my friends. So we are fighting hard, and I hope I'm sure that in general, we're gonna win this battle. They will never take our big cities in Ukraine. They may have some offensive here, but the main thing is now to protect our army on the east. Those guys, they are really fighting hard. As for my life here in Ukraine, well, as you can see, the Kiev is free from the troops, from the Russian forces. So my idea is my medical certificate expired, so probably next week I'm gonna visit the Kiev, and I'm gonna renew my certificate, because if I wait for longer time, I probably would have to pass the deeper screening for my health rather than have regular screening as usual. So the next week is critical for me to go to Kiev and to go through the medical check. With the medical check, it's medical certificate prolonged. I can be okay for 1 year with that, and I still need to go through the simulator training and other stuff, but my simulator expires in December, so still have a lot of time. Maybe we'll have, I hope we'll have some flights in this year, just not to forget how to fly the airplane. It's been a while since I've flown the last time, already 2 months. Yeah, my friends, hard times for us, but yeah, I see that our country is really united. We are fighting hard. We do what we can for our country. For me, I joined the local defense. I don't have any rifles, etc., but my duties are to provide some support, some logistics, and also I need just to go for suspicious men or items just on a local checkpoint. And also I have the Patreon account and PayPal, and from Patreon I support the kids and children who were wounded, were injured during this war, and from PayPal I support our army. So you may check it out, all those links to donations to support this channel. I lost my job, but I continue to live, and YouTube actually supports my family as well. So if you want to support me and Ukrainian people also, you can go to the link in the video description. For now, my friends, I think it's over, and just a brief review, brief update about the situation here in Ukraine. I know that according to the Google Trends, it's the war in Ukraine was really popular in media like a couple of weeks ago, but now people, they do not interest. The interest drops a little bit, but it's happening in my country, so I still cannot believe in what is happening in my country. I hope it's okay for you, my friends, to watch this kind of videos. Tell me in the comments whether you like these reviews or not, and wish you all the best, and have a great time.